You want to get ahead in life, but your own problems are holding you back. You think the problem is external, but it's actually coming from your own head. You've been making fake problems for years without knowing what you were doing. Now it's time to take control so that you can stop this unhelpful behaviors. There are many activities most people are capable of doing. And it does not take extraordinary talent. The reason people struggle with the easy things though, is because they create fake problems and stop taking action. So, why is it happening? Well, there's this one part of the brain called the limbic system. This system has just one simple task: survival. You see, back in the day, there was a great deal of danger that would come at us from any angle, and the brain had evolved over time to keep us out of danger. Though, the chance of you being chased down by a lion on your way to work is pretty low. That part of the brain is still there, and in certain situations, can trigger an emotional response to a non-existing problem. Not wanting to traverse the high grass, and the fear of encountering a lion is a valid reason. Not wanting to go for a run because there's no perfect running track near you, not so much. What you're essentially doing is placing responsibility on things outside of your control. Of course, everyone can do it. But in your particular case, there's one problem that stops you. What fake problems are doing is keeping you safe and cozy. The issue with these fake problems is that, together they create a bigger actual problem that cripples your growth. When you encounter a fake problem that starts to turn into an actual problem, your limbic system, called the lizard brain, automatically intervenes in order to preserve your well-being. This can be seen in the form of imaginary situations which are transformed into actual problems that must be solved before anything else. But the thing is, fake problems have no real solutions. You can't fix something that's not there. In this case, danger is just a slight inconvenience, but you treat it as if it's a life or death situation. You would read more if you had a cozy couch with a perfectly aligned light source. Sure, you could get the audiobook, but when do you have time to listen to it when you work from home and don't commute? You would like to eat healthier, but you don't have that perfect pan for the chicken breast, or the extra ingredients that are only available at your favorite store. So, you end up not cooking. When you get a glimpse, the issues might be fake, you reason with yourself, the issues are actually there. You tell yourself, if I spend so much time thinking about this, then it means that I shouldn't be doing it. It doesn't come naturally, and I find it to be an inconvenience. Why force something when it's not easy? The cycle never ends, and you become defensive every time someone points out the fact. Something really awkward happens when you try to force yourself to do something the right way. You meet someone who succeeded in doing it with no difficulties and you're completely speechless. You don't know how to react, and are nervous about what they're going to say to you. You avoid the conversation at all costs, and want them to stop telling you about it. You tell yourself that it's a no man's land. You think, oh, that guy did this with no problem. Maybe you're just lazy. So then the lizard brain kicks in, and of course, it's not your fault. And before you know it, the loop starts. These are some of the ways you might be able to fix them. Number 1. Ignoring them. If you are conscious enough, you will realize that these are just fake problems. The risk is low, and once you actually do it, you will find that it wasn't a problem in the first place. Start ignoring the small, unimportant problems that pop up in your day-to-day. If you're called to go for a run, it's still a good idea to do so. It is a bit similar to decision-making in that some people struggle with hard decisions because they haven't built up the habit of making small ones. Once you get into the habit of making small decisions, larger decisions become much easier to manage. Number 2. Reward yourself. Imagine rewarding yourself for fixing a problem. It will take you a while to get the receipts, but it's worth it, because you can plan your finances for the month. Then calculate how much you spend on food and other expenses. Account for miscellaneous stuff. Put it on an Excel sheet. But what if you just spend the money you have left after taking care of everything else on something nice for yourself? You really want to start doing your finances now, don't you? Number 3. Turn problems into opportunities for success by finding creative solutions. If you don't have gym clothes, try buying some to give yourself an Olympian feeling. If you don't have a reading place, buy a cheap lamp and a pillow and make your own comfy space. This will inspire you to read more. It'll help keep providing momentum for our habit. These are just some ideas to help you combat fake problems you make for yourself. Thoughts are always flowing, and when you're in a positive state of mind, most likely, favorable thoughts will find their way to the surface for you to focus on. This is called relative comparison, and it's because our brain compares what we're seeing with past experiences. In this case, if you are always looking for problems from your past, then that is all. This is why some people never seem to get out of trouble. It's like problems chase them down everywhere they go, when in reality, it's them chasing the problem. Remember to look at the bright side of things. There will be many fake problems in the future, so it's best to handle them as soon as they pop up. And a final piece of advice is to think about any fake problem as a way to practice for real-life situations. Imagine you successfully navigate your way through each fake problem you encounter. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe.